YouTube. Well, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning and it rained here all day yesterday. So it's too wet to do anything in the field, to rotary hoe or to cultivate. So this morning I got my Mustang out from its winter home. The Mustang lives in the old garage here in the barnyard, and yeah, I also got something else living in there, but I won't talk about that today. But well, I tell you what, if somebody can guess the make and model of this thing just from this little bit here, if somebody can guess that, then I will post a video and tell the story behind that. But that'll be for another day. I'm changing the oil here in the convertible, so this will be my primary driving around car this summer. What I thought I would talk about this morning is my WD45 restoration project, and I hesitate to call it a restoration because it's not going to be a true restoration. I'm not going to return this back to the exact condition it was when it left the factory. I don't really care about that. I'm going to accomplish three things. I want it to look really good. I want it to be fully functional, and it's going to be the way I want it, because in the end there's only one person that has to be happy with this project, and that's me. But if you haven't been following my channel for a while, this tractor, it's a 1957 WD45 Allis-Chalmers. This was purchased new by my grandfather in 1957, and it has never left the farm. So I want to kind of spruce it up. Right now it's got the tires, the back tires and wheels are actually off of an old John Deere 45 combine that a friend of mine had given me. And these one-piece steel rims, I actually like the looks of them on this tractor. My first choice would be to buy a new pair of tires on here, paint these wheels orange, and that would make me very happy. The reason that might not come to pass is these, like I said, these are combine tires. They are 26-inch rims instead of 28. And these 69 26s cost more than twice as much as like a 13.6 28. So odds are I will probably fix up the power shift rims. I still have the original power shift rims. I think all I need to do on those is patch up where the valve stem comes out of them. I think that's all they need. So that's probably what I'll do, but you never know. I might splurge, put the tires on these rims. We'll see. Of course, before I put this in the barn and start working on it, I have to power wash it all off. But fortunately, from about here on back, I really don't have to do anything mechanically. The differential is good, the final drives are good, hand clutch is good, transmission is good, hydraulics worked fine. One thing I will probably do is take the power steering off of this tractor and convert it back to manual steering. I have the parts off of another tractor to do that. The power steering pump is bad, the torque generator here leaks like a sieve. Yeah, I could fix it, but it would be simpler for me just to put the manual steering shaft on there. These things don't turn hard anyway. I'll put this power steering stuff up on a shelf somewhere. I will buy a new battery box and put on there. I will probably buy new fenders. These fenders are kind of rusty and really beat up. I think I've seen where I can buy new fenders for like 160 bucks a piece. I'll do that rather than spend a tremendous amount of time patching these up. This engine and wide front are actually off another tractor. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that. This engine, when it was in the other tractor, I overhauled it just about 30 years ago. Did a did a in-frame sleeve job. Runs great. My only issue with it is the leaks. The oil filter, where the oil filter bolts on the block, it leaks there. I don't know what. I might just have to. Well, I've got another one here anyway. But the head gasket is not blown, but I think it's leaking. I think it's leaking a little bit of oil off the side here. This right immediately behind here is where the push rods come up through, and I think it's, for some reason, it's leaking oil there. I'm going to pull the head off there and maybe freshen up the valves, see how they are. I have a valve grinder here, so if I need to do that, I will, and stop all the leaks. So that's about it. Oh, this has there's a starter solenoid here with the push button starter. This is a bracket from a old heater housing that was on here many decades ago. I will probably convert this back over to the pull rod starter. I'll put new front wheels on it too, new front tires rather. These are really old, and I think they're mismatched anyway, different sizes. I will take the engine heater off this because I don't need it anymore. This thing got converted over to an alternator many decades ago. I'll redo the wiring. This was a long time, because this is the GM alternator with the external regulator on it, and I think GM went to the internal regulators in either 73 or 75. So yeah, that's what I will probably do. I'll probably buy a new GM mini alternator like I put on my H 3 years ago. They're really easy to work with. They're small, and that's all I need with this. One thing I need to address. I don't know if anybody else has been having issues like this with the WD. You can see that's kind of dark there on the hood. This thing, even with the rain cap on it, when it rains, this thing will get water into the exhaust manifold. What I think is happening, now I'm old enough to remember when you went to the Allis-Chalmers dealer and bought your new mufflers, and the mufflers you used to get were one piece. The body of the muffler, this all came down, and this part that bolts out of the manifold was all one piece. Now the mufflers you get, this is one part, and then there's the other part. If you can see it there, kind of clamps on with a clamp. I think what I think is happening, I think somehow the surface tension of the water is coming down there and running into the exhaust manifold there. Now I know the old, like I said, the mufflers you used to be able to buy from the Allis-Chalmers dealer, this skirt came down just about to here on the muffler, so the skirt came way down so nothing could get into the exhaust manifold. What I will probably do, I'll probably buy a new muffler and then weld a piece of tubing onto it and make myself a one-piece muffler, so it won't do that. Like I said, if anyone else has noticed that issue with these replacement mufflers that you put on the WD, let me know. I'd be interested to know if anybody else is having this issue besides me. It's not going to be a fast project. I'm going to take it down the barn, take it apart, and I may not finish it up till next winter, because it'll be just something that I'll just work with on rainy days. But anyway, I want to get started on this project, so we'll videos on this particular project will probably be kind of sporadic, but anyway, we'll get going on it. So until next time, everyone stay safe, and we'll see you later.